Hi there, students. In this video I'm going to look at the words tuition and intuition. Notice, as I'm British, this TU goes to tuition, intuition. An American would probably say tuition, tuition, intuition. Okay? Not very good with the American pronunciation. Okay, so tuition is classes, lessons, instruction given by a tutor or a teacher. Now, I think the Americans use this word tuition much more than the Brits. I think in the UK we'd use the word classes, a course, I'm learning, yeah? The Americans also use this word tuition to talk about the money that you pay to go to college or university or high school, okay? And apparently in India as well, they use this word tuition to mean classes outside your formal education, classes outside school, outside university. So I give English tuition. As a Brit, I'd say I give English classes. I was under his tuition for 5 years. Do you give private tuition? The tuition fees are enormous. Now, tuition fees, I think I would use in British English, but tuition fees, the money to go to university. He is under my personal tuition. Have you ever had tuition in music? Okay, to me tuition, it sounds like formal education, the money for university, but this is teaching somebody who is 18, 20, something like that. Now, my intuition tells me that you'd like me to go to the word tuition, intuition. But first, let's look at the origin of tuition. Tuition comes from Latin, tuere, meaning to protect, to watch, to guard. So, intuition. Intuition is a gut feeling, a sixth sense. Yeah, it's just a hunch. You know something or you understand something, but without thinking about it consciously. So intuition, to know something subconsciously, without using conscious reasoning or without having direct proof that this is true. You just get a feeling that it's true. So maybe you're reading a text in English and there's a word that you just don't know the meaning of. You've never come across it before. But your English is pretty good and your intuition will give you a very good idea of what this means. Yeah, you will have an intuitive feel without logically thinking about it. I bet that means this. So, intuition, knowledge without logic or evidence. Okay, the verb from intuition, to intuit, and an adjective, intuitive, and the adverb, intuitively. So, intuition, instinctive knowledge, insight where there is no cognitive process. So, John's not here yet. My intuition tells me he still hasn't got out of bed. I better ring him. Intuitively, I knew it was going to rain. He intuitively knew the answer to the question. His intuition told him that she was telling the truth. And her intuition is nearly always right. So intuition talks about a gut feeling, a sixth sense. You just know it is because, yeah? You can't explain why, and you haven't got concrete evidence, but you're just sure it is. And intuition is a really good thing to use. I was reading an article the other day that said if you know a lot about a subject and you find something you don't know, use your intuition. It will be correct, most probably. If you don't know much about the subject, don't use your intuition, but think about logic and use your cognitive processes. So intuition, use it in things you know about, even though you don't know this specific one. Okay, intuition comes from Latin intuere, to look at, to make sure it's okay. Okay, so tuition, teaching, learning. Intuition, a gut feeling that you know it just is. So there we go. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Tuition and intuition.